Hi, everyone. How are you all? How is everyone? I'm talking to myself because no one's in yet. Hey. Hi, for the people that don't know, I'm Nanny Sharz, Sharda Lambert. Call me Sharz if you want. And I do Instagram Live every Wednesday at 8:30. I am a childcare expert, international nanny, parent coach, sleep consultant, potty training specialist, mentor, entrepreneur. I'm just a woman of many trades. And I'm here just to share my opinions on different topics. Today, we are going to be talking about grief, ways to handle it, ways to talk to your children about it, the ways that you can deal with it. Do you know what to do when suffer a bereavement? What's the first thing to do besides grieve and cry and be upset? Um, someone has to plan the funeral and things like that. It's just a conversation that I was having very recently with a few friends of mine that have um, very sadly lost family members. Last year, I lost four people, none to COVID, but um, just I just had I'm an overthinker, so I was like, this needs to be spoken about because there's so many things that we actually don't know about. So that is my reason. Hi everyone, welcome. Hi Mookie Silva and Melanin Vanilla. Hi Kalisha. Hey Jess. It's nice to see. Sorry, one second. My mum calls me when I'm doing a live. Sorry, guys. She knows. I tell her every week, Mom, I'm going live at this time. And she calls me every time. I'm like, Mom. She's like, oh, sorry, I forgot. So, yes, I'm going to put the topic there today. Why am I shouting? If I'm shouting, guys, please say, shut up. You're shouting. Today we are going to be talking about grief. I just did a big speech, so I don't think you heard that. Sorry, I don't think you heard that, Kalisha. Let's pin the comment. Right. Talking about grief. We're going to be talking about ways that we can talk to children about grief. The way talking about to children about bereavement and losing someone. No, you're okay, loud and clear. Great. Perfect. Right. So I wanted to wait until a few more people come in. Hi Rob. How are you? How was your day? Hi Sabrina. Nice to meet you. Do we have anyone down here on Facebook? Yes, we do. Hi. I don't know. It says that there's viewers, but it doesn't say who. So hi, welcome. It's definitely something to talk about. We are in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of people are losing their lives to COVID, unfortunately, and um, it's just I just feel like we need to talk about this because there's a lot of miseducation, first of all, and there's a lot of things that people don't actually know. So I think it will be really good to have a really open, honest, fluid, safe, non-judgmental conversation about this with you guys. Um, so we can just, get my opinions on it. I've got someone in here who I'm always really funny about. Sorry, I don't know who this is. Sorry, someone comes in and they don't have a profile picture, they have a weird name. I'm really funny about those kind of people entering my lives just because I've seen some funky business happen and I'm not really here for that. So, welcome to everyone that hasn't been in my life before. Hi, welcome to the Gem Zone because I am forever dropping gems. So just know that if you're here, you're going to learn something new, or you're going to hear about something that you probably never heard about before. I'm distracted by my weird hairline. So if I keep looking up, I apologize. Anyways, for some of you that don't know, my name is Sharda Lambert. I'm also known as Nanny Sharz. I'm originally from Birmingham, but I'm a nanny based in London at the moment, unfortunately. I'm an international nanny. I'm a parent coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a entrepreneur, sleep consultant, potty training specialist. So yes, when you can't potty train your children, you call me and I will potty train them for you, okay? And I'm also a very proud mentor to many nannies and business owners as well. So, welcome. I've been doing this for 17 years plus. I started in my teens, I'm now in my 30s. And yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. The Sharda, the woman of many talents. Wait, let me flick my imaginary hair. That's very true. Anyways, guys, you see, I'm a bit bonkers, just like, this is me. take it or leave it because I'm not changing. I love me. I like the way that I am. So yeah, let's get into it. I've tried to be a bit more upbeat because this is quite of a morbid topic. So I don't want it to be like sad. I'm gonna try not to cry because I'm a bit of a crybaby when it comes to these kind of things. Flip my hair for you, yeah, because your hair's longer, all the way down to your back. Rapunzel, it name. Hi Paris. Hi Caribbean Cold Branch. Hi. When's your Caribbean Cold Branch? When are you next having an event? Because I need to buy some art. Like I'm running out of art. I need to buy art. So could you let me know when you reschedule, please? Thank you. Right, let's get into it. What I'm going to tackle first is talking to children about. Oh God, my accent really came out then, didn't it? Oh God, it's come out again. Jesus Christ. Hi, Mondrummon. Hi, Simply Hair and Body. So I want to talk about why does it keep coming out? Oh my God. All right, I'm going to get distracted. We're going to talk about grief, how you talk to children about grief. Hey, um, so let's start from the beginning. So this is my expert advice. Um, Someone else might say otherwise, but no business because this is what I'm saying. Right. So talking to children about grief, the first thing you need to do, and I'm looking down because I have notes because I do have loads of things that go on in my head. Hi, Jeannie. How are you, my lovely? Um, and sometimes I forget. So if I write things down, it's nice and easy for me to remember. You guys get the gems. Don't get forgotten. And yeah, we're good to go. Hi, Miami Stars. How are you? Hi, True Life Nanny. Oh, we're seeing some old school people coming in. Hey, guys. Oi, don't get me excited. Right. Let's talk to children about grief. The first thing is to be honest. Depending on the age of the children, you need to make sure it's age appropriate as well when you're being honest. Because what we don't want to do is scare them. We don't want to say things that they don't understand. So try your best to keep your language as simple as possible. And it's always best as well to just talk um, to the adults around that children and see the best way that you guys can all sit down with the child and talk to them about it. Hi, Party Supplies UK. The next step I said as well on here is obviously to keep it simple. So you want to make sure when you are talking about grief to children, you're keeping it as simple as possible. Um, the, and just be aware of your language as well, because sometimes you explain things to children, and then when you explain to them, they then ask you something you've said in the explanation. So when that tends to happen, it means that they haven't fully understood. Hey, beautiful. Oh, thanks. I don't feel beautiful today, but thank you very much. I need a haircut. Now you're probably thinking there's no hair there, but look at my headline. It's weird, and that's why I don't like when my hair goes back because then you can see my headline, and then I'm like obsessing over it. Hi Tara, miss you, girl. Yes. So make sure that you be honest and you say that the person has passed away, which means, that we're not going to see them again. And yeah, the child's going to get upset, and that's normal. But you need to explain, like, one of the things that I think is really good with people that have a religion. I'm spiritual. But people that are like Christian or Jewish or Muslim, they have a faith. And I think explaining death to children that have a faith, not to say it's easier, but it's easier, if that makes sense. Because I had a nanny family that were very religious. They were Christian, and the grandma passed away. And the way that it was explained to them that their grandma had gone to heaven. Now, because they were Christian children, hi sis. Because they were Christian children, they understood the idea of heaven and hell and things like that. So and they obviously, I think in Bible study, they learn about, people passing away and going to heaven, becoming angels and things. So it's really easier to explain it to children with faith. But if children don't have faith, that's absolutely fine. There's loads of different ways you can explain it to them. If you want to reach out to me, you can always click the link in my bio on Instagram, because I understand that Facebook is down here and so is YouTube. Hi, I ain't forgotten about you guys. But I do neglect you guys a bit and look at Instagram, and it's just because it's directly there. So you can click the link in my bio, or you can visit my website. You can book a consultation with me. I'm happy to give out advice once you book a consultation with me. It's 30 minutes, it's free, and obviously you're not gonna be able to get everything you need in that 30 minutes, but you can just pick my brain for a little bit, get a bit of advice based on my experience. So yeah, that would be really good. And also I can just, if you want to send me an email, which is info@nannysharz.co.uk, you can always send me an email. I try to get back within 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a bit longer, but I will be very honest. If it's really busy, I'll say, please, could you wait 48 hours or whatever? But I'll try to get back as quick as possible, put it that way. And I could give some resources that could help you to teach your children or talk to your children about grief. Okay. So we want to also encourage questions. Children naturally are very inquisitive, so they ask loads of questions. Hi, KK twins, welcome. Thank you for coming into the live. They children tend to ask loads of questions about grief or just in general, like I said before. When you explain something to them, they ask loads of questions. And just try to answer those questions as simple as possible and make them also feel like that it's okay to ask questions and it's okay if they don't want to speak either, but just make them feel safe and secure and loved. Loved is so important. Love is so important, guys. You know, without love, I don't think you can really do much. Most children just want love anyway and acceptance and just to feel safe, you know. So my nanny motto, I nanny with love. Like everything I do is lead, I lead it with love. And I think that's just because I'm very passionate about what I do. So yeah. But moving on, uh some of these points that I'm saying might seem like common sense, Shada, but no, it has to be said because there's more things that I'm going to say. Hey V, hey Vanny, haven't seen you in a while. Um, some of the things that I'm saying will all link in with everything else that I'm saying as well. So reassure your children. Oh, sorry, that was my alarm. I hope you guys didn't hear that. Sorry. Um, that's just my alarm reminded me to post, but obviously I'm doing this, so I can't post. But yeah, so reassure them of any worries, listen to them, make sure you listen to them, any worries that they have, any concerns that they have. You know, I'm going to speak later about like different reactions that you should be prepared for that could possibly surface. Um, so yeah, so make sure you reassure them and give them a safe space to talk. Now, when I said about using resources, what I meant by that was different ways that you can explain grief to children if you find it difficult to talk about it. So I'll go for a few. There's books. There's so many books, guys. You can ask me or any other nannies, or you can just use Dr. Google. Are you watching from Jamaica? Big up! I'm hating. Here it's cold, girl. It's cold and it's wet. We're in London and we're stuck. I'm hating. Oh, I wish I was in Jamaica right now, guys. That's where I'm from originally, actually. I'm born in Birmingham, but my family's from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? One love. Out of many, one people. You get me? You get me? Right. Okay, Charlotte. Get back on track. This is what I do. Hi, Mantra Beauty. Hi, Goldie Kizomba. Welcome. That is a cool name. Goldie Zikamba. Kizomba. What does that mean? That is a really nice name. I like that. So yeah, so moving on. So there's books, right? If you check out Nanny Miss Monique on Instagram, she's like the book nanny book library. Hi Trina. She's like the nanny book library. Honestly, like she's like a walking library. So she does books on diversity and inclusion, but she's also very good at if you go to her and say, "Hi Monique, you know, Sharda sent me. I'm going through this right now and I need some books around this topic." She'll be, I told you, she's a walking human library. Okay. Also, I love to read, as you can see. Well, probably not. Well, I don't want to move it in case it falls, but I am like a book nerd. So I'm always reading. So if you need any um book suggestions, I actually had a parent the other day ask me for book suggestions because her daughter had lost her granddad on her dad's side and she wanted some books and she's like, can you recommend anything? And because her daughter was mixed race, she wanted books that represented her daughter as well. So that was really good. So I gave the mom a few suggestions and that was really nice because she actually brought the books. I like when people listen to my advice, because I know what I'm talking about. What? Right. Anyways, moving on. You could also watch films. Films are really good because I feel like with films, it obviously it's not always reality. There's some based on true stories, but films are good because children are very visual, right? So if they watch a film, you can always pause it if they have any questions or things like that, and it just helps. Sometimes coping mechanisms, for instance, let me give you an example. When I've like done something with a child before, and then they're like, "Oh, that's what happened in da, da, da. And they will mention a film that they've watched, like with their mum or dad or something. And I'm like, yeah, it's exactly the same. Da, da, da. So it's a really good way to, like a resource to use. But am I saying that right? Resource. I find it hard sometimes to say my S's, so please bear with me if I say anything wrong. I make up my own language too, so you gotta get used to that, okay? So yeah, films are really good. YouTube. I know some parents are a bit funny about YouTube and stuff, but you can put parent lock on there, and you also can do the consent, another consent, like the parental, like so you don't see anything over in adult content and stuff like that. What's that Day of the Dead film? That's a good film around there. Oh, Day of the Dead, I never. Day of the Dead. I need to look into that. I don't know. What's that about? Goldie, what's that about? I haven't watched that film, so wrote that down because I might have to look after that after. Um so yeah, YouTube videos are really good as well because it has so many resources. Hey Shannon, welcome. So many resources on there. And like I said again, children are very visual. If you are watching this live, by the way, and you are enjoying it, please could you share it? There is an arrow button down below, and it's really, really good for sharing, just so more people can join the live and have a chat. If you have any questions, please try and put them in the question box because what happens is when the comments go up, I lose the questions. So I will get to questions soon, okay? Um, Also, documentaries are good. Play therapy. Play therapy is so good. I've done play therapy with loads of children, and they've actually felt really more comfortable to talk because they're not being put on the spot. So introduce a activity that your children love, and then maybe engage in conversation through that. So one of the little boys that I was looking after, he had lost. I think it was it his cousin? I think it was his cousin. I think it was his cousin. This was a while ago, guys. And he really liked to draw. So I was like, we're gonna draw a picture, for your cousin. Like, what kind of picture would you like to draw for your cousin? And we can go in, visit your cousin because obviously the grave and stuff, and we can bring the picture that we drew. And while the little boy was writing, I just like talking to him and stuff, and he revealed a lot of things, and he was just saying like obviously not to, it's confidential, but he was just saying like some of the worries that he had, and what he didn't understand, and what his mum and dad had said, and he was too scared to ask questions because he didn't want to feel like he was dumb. And I was like, no way, don't ever feel that way, and stuff like that. So it was really good, to do play therapy because he managed to say things to me that was obviously confidential, and I kept very close to myself inside my heart. But it was nice. It was nice to just see how, and he was the kind of child that wasn't really a talker, because he was doing something he enjoyed, he just felt more comfortable to speak. So play therapy is really good. I think I really like play therapy when it comes to talking to children about difficult topics. So yeah, and like I said, drawing, art. If you guys want to give any other suggestions, feel free. Because this is an open space. It's a two-way conversation. I don't really like to just talk to myself. I like for you guys to talk to me too. You know what I'm saying? So hi, I'm all candles. Yeah. So moving on. So I mentioned about having a faith and stuff, but also it's really important as well to acknowledge their feelings, their thoughts, and their opinions. So just like I said, giving them that safe space to chat, and even if they don't want to talk, then they can always write it down. Always encourage like journaling and things like that. With children, listening is very important. Expect high emotions. That is absolutely normal as well. Expect no emotions, because sometimes when children go into shock, they can actually go into selective mutism. Some of you might know what that is, but selective mutism is when a child decides that they're just not going to talk at all. And it's not, I wouldn't say that they decide, it's more of a coping mechanism, sometimes to trauma, sometimes to a certain situation, or it could also be like based on social anxiety. It is actually an anxiety disorder. So that is something to also look into. Because I spoke to a lady over there that said her cousin passed, her cousin's dad passed away from COVID. And then a few days later, his mum passed from COVID, and he's not spoke since. And I think he's like 21. So yeah, so that was like wow. So that can actually happen, and he obviously he's not a child, he's an adult, but yeah, I think the shock just. I think that's something I would probably do if something happened to my mum. Like I'd just be like, I'd be gone. Like no one could say anything to me. In all honesty, zilch. Um, but yeah. Also, don't be afraid. Ow! I just stabbed myself. Don't be afraid. Ow! That really hurt. I'm not gonna act like it didn't hurt. It hurt. Um, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I sound a bit like a hypocrite because I do struggle sometimes with being vulnerable, but because I'm a softie in my heart, like I lead a lot with my heart, right? So I struggle with vulnerability, but sometimes I'm like really vulnerable, and I'm like I shock myself. I'm like, wow, I thought you said you couldn't be vulnerable. You lied. But yeah, don't be afraid to be vulnerable in front of the children. Obviously, you don't want to like break down to where the child's feeling like, okay, what do I do? But still, if that child sees you cry or sees you upset, it's very important that children see adults that show emotion too, because it shows them that you're human, it's normal, it's real. One of the things that my mom, we've had this conversation, so she's okay with me saying this publicly. My mom was very strong. She was a single mother of six for a while, and I never saw my mom show any of her struggles, right? So I just had this feeling my mom was really, really strong, and like nothing was ever like hard. Um, so then I really struggled with asking for help because I never ever saw my mom ask for help. And I feel like that's because my mom never showed us her vulnerability. And sometimes I wish that she did. At some points I heard my mom crying in her room, yeah. So then I heard, but that was her hiding away. But I said to her now that I'm an adult and we have adult conversations, I said, like, I wish you had showed me that a bit more because I feel like I've grown up feeling like I have to be tough and I can't show this and and I'm actually a big softie. Like I cry very easily. So just be mindful not to not show your vulnerability. I hope I'm making sense. Am I making sense, guys? Give me some purple love hearts if you're understanding what I'm saying, because that's how I communicate with you guys. When I see purple love hearts, I know I'm doing something right. You're taking in information. Hi, Melissa. How are you? How's Soraya? I hope you're all good. Um, so yeah. And then obviously another way that's really good is a can't talk. I can't speak. Memorial service. Yeah, it's really good. Children like, oh, Purple of Hearts, great. Yes, 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 yes. Children love balloons, right? So what you could do is, which is a nice gesture, I've done this before with children, is you could write a message on the balloon and then you could release it. But the only thing is that's not environmentally friendly. So just I don't know if you can find like eco balloons. I think is that a thing? Maybe. I don't know. Just as long as it's not plastic. I'm sure they must have eco balloons. They must have eco balloons somewhere, right? But that's a good way. Also, even like lanterns, writing like a letter and then putting it in a lantern and the Chinese lanterns and doing that. Hi, oh Naya, thank you so much. I appreciate your purple of hearts. Another way that you could do it is when you do what's the word I'm looking for? When you do a letter and you put it in a hey Jayla, thank you, Goldie. What's the thing called? I'm losing. When you put the letter in a bottle, like a glass bottle, and then throw it into the sea. But I don't know if that's a good way, but I don't want that to be litter. Yeah, so we need to work out like the eco way of doing things, but there's a good different ways of doing it, or even writing a letter and posting it could be good as well. Obviously to an address that we don't know, but children don't know that. You just put an address on it and you send it. It might not go to that address, but you could just put the person's name and get the child to send it, and that could just be the thing. Hi, Mum's a word. Thank you for joining. We are talking about grief today and how to talk to children about grief because right now we are in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of people are losing their lives. They're losing loved ones. Like I said, I lost 4 people last year, one being my granddad. So yeah, it was difficult. That one really, 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 really touched me because he was my step granddad, so my stepdad's dad. But when my original granddad passed when I was 16, having that second granddad was like, oh, I got another granddad. But yeah, no, that was really hard. And then obviously I've had a nanny family. The grandma of one of my nanny, two of my nanny children passed away, and I was very close with her. She taught me how to cook Nigerian food. Um, she just taught me so much about life. She passed away. So that, we had a family friend, our neighbor of over 21 years. She passed away, who was like a second nan. Um, so it's just it's difficult. It's difficult. But with these few tips that I've given you to talk to children, I guarantee they will really help, because there's stuff that I would never advise you guys to do, things that I've never tried. Yeah. So I hope with these tips, when you're watching this back on the replay or you're watching it live now, that you can get some tips from it. And if you didn't write anything down, that's fine, because I'm going to put this on my feed so you can always come back to it. Yeah. Cool. All right. Um, Now let's talk about children's reactions. This one I'm going to breeze through a bit, because I think it's quite common sense in a way, and it's just human nature as well. I love studying humans, anthropology, sociology, and things like that. Bit of a nerd, but I like to understand behaviors and psychology behind certain, behaviors and emotions and things like that. So these are some of the things that I have observed. Observed. Why do I say it like that? Observed. Oh my gosh, Jana, seriously. Observe. These are some of the things I've observed. I can't talk today. Um, Sorry, I did make a cup of tea and I haven't drank it. So yeah, these are some of the things I've observed in my 17 years of being a nanny, and working with different children that have been through grief. Um, I'll tell you a story later, actually, in regards to this. But yeah, so children's reactions, you might see them become withdrawn. They might start showing symptoms of depression or anxiety. Behavioral issues, like I said before, selective mutism. Hi, London Mom's blog. How are you, my lovely? She's so supportive. I love her. Um, um, Crying, anger, frustration, sleep problems. They might start developing wetting the bed if they don't wear nappies. Um, Extreme tiredness. Sometimes children complain of tummy ache. Um, Getting scared or frustrated really easily. They might be looking for the person. They might be asking for the person repeatedly. Um, they might become clingy, sad, angry. They might show, obviously, signs of shock or guilt. So these are the different things that I think we should be mindful of. Sorry, give me a second. I want some tea. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so these are some of the things that um I want you to be mindful of. I'm gonna suggest later on ways to deal with it. But what I want to do is just go through the children and then come back to that. Okay. All right. Moving on. Moving on. So, how do we as adults deal with grief? So, I'm going to try not to be a hypocrite, because I'll give you a bit of a background on some of the stuff that I've been through, and just like how I've dealt with it, um, and things I would suggest. Yeah. So, I'm going to try not to cry on this, because I just, okay, I'm going to be strong. Strong. Right. I don't know why I do these faces, guys. I really apologize. I really do. But yeah, so talk to someone, check-ins, please. It's important. Um, if your friends and family are around you, they need to rally around, or if you know someone that's gone through a bereavement, rally around them, check in on them. Hi, Cherry. Hello. Never seen you before. Hi, welcome. I'm Shada. Um, you cried so much today. Oh no, why have you cried so much? What's happened? Please don't tell me you lost someone. Please. Yeah, so yeah, talk to someone, because even if it's just one person you trust, because oh man, so back in 2017, I lost a very, very monumental, phenomenal person that literally has made me the woman I am today. Hi, Mariam. Her name is Mommy Viv. You might hear me mention her quite a lot, because she was such a positive influence in my life. She was practically my second mom. She couldn't be any closer to me. Like, like she literally could be blood. She's my blood. That's how I look at it, right? Now, I met Mommy Viv because her and her daughter had a dance school that I attended when I was 13, up until the age of 23, 24. And that's where, she got me my first job with teaching dance and drama and things like that, and going into schools and workshops and, youth clubs and things like that. And oh, sending you loads of love. Um, yeah, so she passed away in 2017. See, it's such a blur for me. It's 2017. I'm sure it's 20. Oh, is it 2016? I think it was 2017. Yeah. Um, and I really, really struggled with her passing, and I seeked out grief counselling, but not straight away. 3 years after, which is last year. Um, and it was just really difficult for me to even talk about her without crying. It was really difficult for me to acknowledge that she wasn't here anymore. Um, it was really difficult for me to accept. I think I was in. I know it's okay to cry, but I just don't feel like crying right now. I want to be happy. Hey Josh, hi Nadine. Um, so yeah, no, it was really difficult for me to accept, and to this day, I still haven't fully accepted it. I'll be very honest. But I learned to just cope with it every day, and I don't know how. I feel like there's just the inner strength in us that just keeps us going. And I had a lot of guilt because I was meant to. So we had booked to meet, booked. We had booked to meet up. I hadn't seen her in a while, from like November, and I booked to meet her in the February of that year, and then I double booked as I do all the time. Well, don't not all the time, but I double booked and she double booked. So I was like, oh, it's a sign. We meant to rebook or whatever. Yeah. So I was meant to rebook, uh, and I said that I would get back to her, and I didn't. And when I did, she was ill. She became ill. So then I never got a chance to see her before she passed. In a way, the last time I saw her was probably so there's no, like 4 months. Even though I spoke to her all the time, it was 4 months since I last saw her. So I really lived with that guilt for a long time, a long time, a long time, a long time. And now that's why I'm really funny about counseling on people. Like even if I don't feel, sometimes I'm just like no, because this is what's happened with Mommy Viv. Hi, the childcare boutique. Hi, Ems. Hi, Toto. So for me, the thing that helped me was praying, was very important. Meditating. My goodness, meditation. Let me tell you something about meditation. Meditation, I say it saved me, because even down to like getting in certain situations where I would normally get angry or frustrated or, want to cut out someone's wrath, you know what I'm saying? When I meditate, I'm just a lot more calmer, like I can deal with my emotions better. I'm more logical. So meditation really, really helped me. Um, go for walks, visit the person. If they have what's the word? If they've been buried, I'm losing the plot today. If they've been buried, then you can always visit them. I still struggle with that. I haven't visited Mummy within 2 years, and I feel very bad saying that. And the reason why I haven't visited her, because they put a headstone on, and to me that's very final. And I just really struggle with seeing that. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. This year I've made a vow though to go and see her with this headstone. Um, Even look like I'm starting to shake now. I'm getting a bit. But I'm going to do it. I'm gonna face my fear, and I'm going to do it. Um, oh, you love the cup? Thank you. Merchandise coming soon. Hello. But yeah, thank you. It was a birthday gift actually. Wow, that was very broad, wasn't it? So yeah, so I am going to visit her this year. I have to. I have to. I have to. I have to. Um. So yeah, these are things that I found help me. I also, like I said, did grief counseling. I know some people are very anti-counseling, but my goodness, that grief counseling helped me lift off a load that I have been holding for so long. And my goal, when I first started the counseling, my counselor said to me, "What is it that you want to achieve at the end of these sessions?" Because I only did it for 12 weeks. It was a non-for-profit service, which I was very fortunate to have. My counselor was absolutely amazing. And it's funny because I'll be honest, let's take it here quickly. I'm a black woman, right? So a lot of black people are very funny about going to non-black counselors. I didn't have that mindset though. I didn't. But when I did see it was a white woman, I thought, oh, she's gonna be able to understand my struggles, or But you know what? She, she was amazing. She said, I can't relate because I've never experienced it, but I can understand and I can empathize. So it was really nice just to talk to her because she was very open. Hey, Sarah. And, just nice to have someone there that listened. That's literally what counselors do. They just listen. Someone had a question, but I'm going to come to it, okay? I haven't forgotten about you. Let's go to the questions. If you've got any questions, I'm going to answer some questions. Throw them in, let me know. And then I'm going to go get more into the nitty gritty of when someone passes away, what to do. Because not a lot of people know about this. And just things to think about whilst you're alive. Like I said, I know this sounds a bit morbid, but it's things that need to be spoken about. I feel like I'm going to burp. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll keep going, but it doesn't come out. So let me quickly just answer some of these questions. Right. We've got Naya says, I look after a boy whose mum passed away 2 years ago. I have been with the family for 4 years. Oh, so you knew the mom, but I feel the dad brushes it under the carpet. How can I raise it to him? What's your position? Are you a nanny in the household? Yeah. If you maybe you could have a chat with him, but if you don't feel comfortable having a chat with him, you can always text, send an email, or write a letter. Writing a letter is really good because say, "Oh, I just left this for you. Don't worry, it's not a notice." And you say, I think if you write a letter, it's just more personable, and it also shows that you've been observant and you care, and you've taken the time to write it. Don't type it, just write it. Yeah. Um, but yeah, and also just ask him, check in every now and again, and say, how are you feeling? Is there anything I can do to support you more this week? Or, just lead with your heart and be more compassionate, um, which I'm sure you're doing. But yeah, that must have been difficult. How's it been for you to continue being there? Because this is what I was going to say. Well, I can't say too much because it was a high profile family, but I did interview for a position and got the job actually, uh, for a child whose mum had passed away, but they were a very public family. So it was very difficult because you know what the paparazzi is like? Oh my God. I'm like, her mom's just passed. What the hell? Are you not human? Like, seriously. And she was only young. Baba, 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 baba. But yeah, it just, that's a story for another day. So yeah, I haven't been able to find many books that he can relate to. If you want to DM me, Naya, the ages of your nanny children, and just a little bit about what they like, I can recommend you some books. Or like I said, you can talk to Nanny Miss Monique, who's amazing as well. Goldie, keeping the spirit of the dead alive by talking about the dead and celebrating them. Amen. That's a note that I have here. So thank you for saying it for me. Let's keep going. Any more questions? Let's see. Oh, Party Supply says accepting is very hard. Still finding it difficult to accept granddad, but I learned to cope, and I think he wouldn't want me to be sad. That's it. When I'm sad, I swear I can hear Mommy's voice going. She was very she's from Essex. She was like, "You stop that right now!" Like I can hear her just the voice like, "Char, you better stop that right now. You wipe those tears." Like I can hear her voice when I get upset, and she's cussing me. She's like, "What are you doing? Stop that! Like don't cry for me. I'm okay. You don't need to worry about me." Like I can hear her saying that. So that's kind of quite reassuring. I'm a nanny. Yes, I thought so. I wrote more in the questions, but sorry, couldn't fit more in the comments. That's absolutely fine. Let's see what you've written. I'm not gonna do yet is tap on it. I tell you why. Oh, I want to, but I don't know how to take it off once I tap on it. Oh, there's an X button. Oh my god. All that time. Lord Jesus, Shardy, seriously. Oh, who we got down here? Hello, we have a viewer. Hi. So oh wait, no, it did come up. It's the same question. Properly spoken. Okay, it's the same thing. Oh, look, guys. You remember you were laughing at me last week because I couldn't get the question box out of the way. But now I've learned how to do it. So you wrote in the question box. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So you fit in the comment. That's fine. That's fine. I thought I had more. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Hi, Grim Shots. Hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Today we're talking about grief, how to talk to children about grief, and how you can deal with it as well. So, what I wanted to do is just talk about some of the things that you probably don't think of when someone passes away because you're in a state of shock. You're like, what the hell? You're upset, you're crying, you're just in disbelief. So these are some of the things that you need to think of, especially now. If you have parents that are still alive, you need to know this stuff because God forbid, touch wood, anything happens to them, you as their children is gonna have to sort out the whole funeral arrangements and all this other stuff. Yeah. Guys, I'm trying to drink this because I know finally, Kalisha, the box has gone. This is getting cold. I want to just quickly drink it. Hold on. Me done. Right. So, bank accounts. Let's start off with that first, yeah? Bank accounts, freezing bank accounts. Obviously, what you need to do is make sure if I'm saying this for your parents, but just think anyone in general, even you yourself, yeah? Even for me myself, yeah? Bank accounts. Who's your next of kin on your bank account? Who's going to have access to your funds when you pass? Yeah, these are things to think about. Like I said, I know it's quite morbid, and you probably I don't want to think about this right now, but I think it's important that we know this stuff and we prepare beforehand, because God forbid, yeah, obviously we're all gonna die eventually. Yeah, this is a bit depressing, but we are gonna die eventually. I don't want to die. But it's just things to think about because my worst fear is me passing and making my family worse off. Do you know what I mean? That's the worst thing. So I make sure that everything's set up: life insurance, critical illness, income protection, everything. So we'll get on to that. First thing is bank accounts, your next of kin, who is on there. Check your parents' next of kin because God forbid you have one surviving parent, the other one's the next of kin and they've passed. What happens if the other parent part and then do you know what I mean? Right. So check that out. Passwords. Guys, please. Passwords is so important because only you know your passwords, right? You don't want to tell people your passwords, but if possible, let someone know. If I ever pass, this is my password, or if I ever pass, this is where my passwords will be, or just give them the heads up. Yeah, that's very important. Your will, writing a will, guys. Knock you upside your head. Make sure you have a will. Okay. It doesn't matter if you don't have assets right now. You don't know when you pass. You don't know when you're gonna pass. Yeah. Whether you have assets or not, write a will. Get life insurance. That I honestly believe life insurance should be compulsory. I do. Fight me, argue with me. I'm joking. No, I don't. But I do. I think it should be compulsory. Hi, Saf. Hi, United. We rise. We've got loads of new people in. This is amazing. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm Sharda. Nice to meet you. Introduce yourself in the comments. Tell me how you found me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. I've gone off. Yeah, life insurance. Please, guys. Please. Life insurance. Some life insurance is like £8. Look, Trello. £8. If you go back on my feed, just scroll down, right? And go on the Instagram live that I did with Dana. Dana is an amazing financial advisor. She's qualified. She can put your life insurance together for you with your critical illness, your income protection. She also deals with tax. Also, look, see, I told you it was coming. Sorry, guys. It was there. But yeah, she can help you put that together. She can help with your will, your tax rebates. When you pass away, the government take tax from your state. You need to know how to avoid that, or how to navigate that. Dana is your girl. She's called Smart Money Pro on Instagram. So please go follow her. Tell her Sharda sent you. You get a discount if you say Nanny Sharz or Sharda. And like I said, scroll down on my feed and you will see the live that I did with Dana. Check it out. She's absolutely amazing. And remember to mention me, okay? Because you mention me, you get bragging. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Look, see, whoop whoop. Dana is your girl. Smart_money pro. There you go. There you go. Free promo. So get your life insurance intact. Get your wills intact. Make sure you have somewhere that your passwords can be accessed. Maybe electronically, only because if your house gets robbed, God forbid, and someone finds that, you're doomed. But yeah, and also next of kin for medical, your power of attorney. these things are so important. Like if you was to become sick and you couldn't make decisions based on your mental incapacity, who will make medical decisions on your behalf? These are the things that we need to focus on whilst we're here. So it just helps lessen the burden of the grief process. Because imagine you're having to grieve and then do all this stuff. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. So I'm just trying to make it a bit easier for y'all, and make you think about things that you probably don't think about. Like, oh, raw, Nanny Sharz said that, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I need to go get that sorted tonight. You know what I mean? Don't know where that accent came from. But yeah, different ways that you can going back. Let me not jump the bone. Different ways that you can manage grief, yeah. Through counseling, journaling, writing, yeah. Through listening to music, quite soothing. Celebrate the person's life. Someone mentioned that before, but I want to mention it again. Through pictures, through art. Hi, Justine. Nice to meet you. How are you? Introduce yourself to go. Oh, Dana just coming, guys. There you go. She just come in. I think she got the notification. Hi, we're just talking about you, Dana. Welcome. So Dana's your girl to go check out. Smart underscore money pro, I think it is, yeah. For the life insurance, yeah. So yeah, these are different ways that you can cope with it. Now we want to talk about different ways you can talk to people when you hear that they've had someone that just experienced a bereavement, yeah. Because a lot of the time people say, "I'm so sorry," and that's nice and all, but it's just like, for me, I don't know. I don't know. I think the first couple of days of losing someone is just a blur, isn't it? Oh, we're just bigging you up, saying that you're the person to go to for the life insurance, critical illness, income protection, wills, tax, and all that stuff. Financial advisor, it name. So yeah, feel free to put your email in the comments, Dana, so people can email you and you can do a consultation. Remember to say my name, Sharda or Nanny Sharz, and you might get a discount. Yeah. So moving on. Let the people know that you are there for them, but there's different ways. So I'll give you a few things that I say. Like, I just thought I'd write it down. You might not find this useful, but it might be useful to someone. So please know that your friends love you and we are here for you. If you need me, I'm here. You know, you could say just holla, or you can just say, just let me know, I'm here. My friend recently lost the parent, so I normally fall asleep with my phone on silent, but because my friend might need me in the middle of the night, I now sleep with my phone on loud just in case. Because I feel like a lot of the time when you're going through reflective thoughts or you're starting to feel certain feelings and stuff, it's at nighttime when it's quiet and you're at one with yourself. So I now keep my phone on silent just in case that friend messages me and needs me last minute. I'm there. Like, I'm there. I'm stunned by this news. I'm praying for you and your family, or sending you loads of strength and love. My deepest sympathies. I try to say I'm so sorry because it's like, one, I think it's cliche, and two, I just, sorry's not going to bring the person back. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a bit cheeky of me because I'm quite stubborn. I'm just like, listen, don't say sorry, please, because that's not going to help me. But if you said so, like more comfort in words, it helps a bit. Dana's put her email in the comments. If you're watching this back, you might not see it. So it's smart.money.pod, P-O-D, yeah, at gmail.com. So make sure you go and email her and make sure you say my name so you get that discount. Okay. Right. Now, when someone passed, the first thing you need to do is register the death 5 days. You got 5 days to register death. I'm talking about in the UK, by the way, because in London. That's why I know this for this, right? Be mindful there might be a fee. In England, it's £11. In Scotland, I think it's £12, and in Northern Ireland, I think it's 15. So you need to get a medical certificate, right? And on that medical certificate, he will tell you the cause of death. Yeah, make sure that is correct, because we are hearing some bogus stuff going on recently with causes of death saying COVID when the person didn't have COVID, and that's a story for another day. But just make sure the cause of death is the actual reason for the person passing. Yeah. I love that you are addressing such important but difficult issues. Thank you very much. I feel the same, and that's why I'm addressing it. So thank you. I appreciate you. Um, so yeah, so then you once you can register the death 5 days after the person has passed, but if the coroner uh the if the person needs to be seen by a coroner, then you can't. You have to wait until they've done what they do, and then you can register, get the medical certificate. Arranging the funeral, you can decide to do it yourself, um, which is cheaper, but it's just more time. Or you can go for a funeral director, which will be less time but more money. So really, time, money, you decide. Yeah. Um, you can go on Google and find out loads of ways to do this, by the way, guys. But me, I think I'm talking from experience, and also just have to obviously fact check that what I'm saying is right as well. Because I use my initiative a lot. I know a lot of people don't, but I just think someone could watch this live and just be like, "Wow, I didn't think of that," like, "Oh my god," or "Wow, like, I need to make sure this is in place and stuff like that because you're amazing." Oh, thank you. Love you. Thank you. Um, yeah, so then obviously when you arrange their funeral, you need to make sure that you take into account costs because they're not cheap. And this is why you have life insurance, guys, because it just takes off that financial burden when you accidentally lose someone. And like I said, no one knows really, unless the person is critically ill or terminally ill, you still don't know when they're going, but you have a rough kind of idea in a way. But sometimes death is very sudden, and to deal with such a big loss so sudden, it really is very, like, psychologically it is hard, difficult. I know most people watching this have probably lost someone anyway, so you guys know, but I really struggle with death. I do. My mom lost her mom at 19. She was pregnant with her second child. I do, and I think that's part of the reason why my sister was born at like 20 something weeks. I think she was like born at 28 weeks or 24 weeks. I can't remember. But I think just down to the fact that my mom lost her mom when she was pregnant and quite young. And and so she obviously had my sister early out of stress. But I just think my mom has she's very her way when she thinks when my mom talks about death, it's very like it's just part of life. It's just I can't see it like that. I'm trying my best. Hi, Elliot Diaries. Hi, Rara. RRA. RAX. I think that was it is. Genox. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but hi. Death is stressful enough without the added financial pressures. There you go. So it's really, really important that we try and eliminate that whilst we can. Yeah. I have a saying, um, not to dwell on things you have no control over. Yeah. Hi, Elliot Diaries. How are you? Thank you for joining. Um, so with stuff like life insurance and wills and tax and stuff like that, we can control that. So please, whilst we're here, hi the buff box, welcome. Whilst we're here, please make sure you have things in place so it just takes off that financial burden, because psychologically, physically, it's going to be very, very tough. Now, if you have to add the financial pressure on top of that, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's not something I want to go through anyway. So, I make sure that I've got all mine in place, my mom and dad's in place, everything. Don't fool on things you can't control. There you go. Don't dwell on it either. Could you just go around in circles? So yeah, so registering the death, you need to make sure you have certain documents, so birth certificate, NI, proof of address, driving license, passport of the person, and also your ID as well, and obviously your relationship to them. Oh, when you go to get the medical certificate, you're gonna need the full name of the person that's passed, their date and place of birth, their last address, their occupation, and the full details of any surviving spouses or civil partners. Um, and yeah, these are some of the things, like I said again, to think about that we don't think about. Because I don't know, a lot of people feel like life is guaranteed. It's not. It's not. Like, let's be real. It's not. And a lot of people tend to think about these kind of stuff that I'm speaking about today after they've experienced bereavement. So my goal for this live, if it can make someone come off this live and go, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Let me quickly go sort that, because then I've done my job. So you guys know what to do. Give me some purple love hearts if you learned something new today, if you're going to share this to someone, or you found it quite useful, or you just enjoy seeing my face. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, if you just enjoyed being here with me and discussing this, feel free to give me your opinions as well, because I was hoping someone would request in. Does anyone want to request in? Because I know you guys get shy when I say request in, let's talk. Everyone's like, no, I don't want to talk. I'm really shy. You can tell I'm a drama student, isn't it? Sorry, that's a word that I make up, and that's just, yeah, this is what we do. I love seeing your face, Sharz. Thank you. Do you like this face? How about this one? How about this one? Okay, let me stop. Thank you guys. Purple love hearts. Okay, I wanted to I got issues, you know. I wanted to end the live on a happy note. Yeah. And just say some positive words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying? Right. Life is too short, guys. Let's have a chat. Yeah. Life is too short. So please, please try to live life fearless. You know, if there's something that you want to do that you've been sitting on for God knows how long, just do it. If there's something that you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not qualified, just do it. Nike, yeah? Just do it. Life is too short. It's not guaranteed. If you knew today that you had 24 hours left to live, what would you do? You would try and do everything quick time. Have that same mentality for life, because life is not guaranteed. I've been through some that should have broke me. I know some of you have been through stuff that should have broke you, and you're still here, you're still standing. So it's another chance. When I wake up in the morning, my routine, I meditate, I pray. And one of the things I do when I pray, the first thing I say is, thank you for waking me up. I pray, and I always say, thank you for waking me up. Because you know what? I could have died in my sleep, you know? I could have died in my sleep. And we're not going to, let's read that, touch wood, yeah? Because I don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's just make the most. I eat a lot of chocolate. I think because I'm vegan, I'll eat meat, I'll eat everything. I'll do everything. Let me not even talk, because if I start saying what I would do, just the live will get locked off. But thank you so much for the purple love hearts, guys. But yeah, I would do everything, because I just know I'll just, yeah, that's why I try to live my life right now to the best of my ability. Even with these restrictions and stuff, I still try my best to make the most of whatever we have, because it's hard. It's not easy. Life is not easy. It's hard. But you know what? When I go, I'm gone and I can't come back. So I want to just experience as many memories as possible. You only have 24 hours. The diet wouldn't matter. There you go. There you go. I will binge eat banoffee pies. My goodness. I will just have them lined up. Look at me thinking about food. 24 hours of thinking about food. But I hope this live was very useful. Thank you for the purple love heart. I appreciate you guys. I understand I've had you on here for about an hour now, so I appreciate you all who have stuck with me and you stick with me every single week. Join me next week. Again, 8:30 UK time. You know, I'm going to be here. Charlotte Lambert, aka Nanny Sharz, up in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be dropping them gems for you. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. And I'll speak to you soon. I'll speak to you all soon. I'll see you next week. Also, let me do some announcements before I go, actually. So the first thing is tomorrow, every Thursday, I do an Instagram live show called the Nanny Hookup with Angela, who is a nanny in Texas, Austin, Texas, in America. I think you already knew that. And it's at 9 p.m. UK time. I would really love for you all to support that and watch it and comment and come in the live. She is a bit older than me, so she gives a very good American kind of American and older generation of nannies opinion. Between us two, we have more than 50 years experience, childcare experience. So it's really good just to get two different perspectives. We normally tend to agree on the same thing, but we also sometimes disagree. And then I'm obviously a bit younger. I'm in my 30s. I've been doing it for 17 years. She's been doing it a lot longer than me, but she's also a newborn care specialist. Couldn't speak for a minute. And she also is a twin specialist. She's an entrepreneur. She makes amazing jam. Wow, she does so much stuff. Her name's Angela, but she also is known as Ask the Nanny on Instagram. So please go follow her. She's amazing. And we have a chat like this. She's up there, I'm down there, or we swap, And it's really, really good because you get to see two different perspectives: the American version, the UK version, the older generation, the younger generation. You're too young, 17 years. Yeah, I know. I started nanny when I was 16. Well, young. I started when I was 13. Yeah, but obviously I'm not going to say that because I weren't legal. But I was babysitting, doing nannying for 13. But I say from 16, I knock off the 3 years, so technically I've been doing it 20 odd years ago. But yeah, so I did my first nanny job when I was 16. And my first nanny job, imagine, I went to Cyprus. I was like, I can look after children and travel. What? I was hooked. Yeah, I went to Cyprus. I remember it was my first holiday. I was so happy. I said, I don't have to pay for this. What? I was sold. But yeah, okay, I'm going off topic. Anyways, I love the Purple Love Hearts. I loving you guys. Please stay tuned to the Nanny Hookup tomorrow. It's every Thursday at 9 p.m. If you haven't already, go and follow my YouTube channel. It's Nanny Sharz. Guys, I made 1K views on one of my videos today. I'm like, oh my God, 1,000 people watched me. I was so happy. My ebook is coming out very soon, and I'll be saying that for a while, but I did have a delay. But it's coming very soon. It is about the ultimate guide, guys, the ultimate guide, the ultimate interview guide to landing your nanny job, your dream nanny job. So I put all my tips and my techniques and everything that I've learned over the years that has got me some of the highest paid jobs, some of the high net worth jobs, the celebrity jobs. It's got me some great families, some not so great families, and just loads of questions and loads of different things in there. It's just going to be amazing. So look out for that. It's dropping in February. So please, also whilst you're here, please go and click the link in my bio and sign up to my email list, because I am going to be releasing everything that I do. I'm going to be releasing it to my email list first. So you guys are going to get it 24 hours before the public. So please go and sign up to my email list. You can do that via the link in my bio or my website, which is nannysharz.com. Feel free to go on there. And if you know anyone that is looking for childcare, hello, I'm here. I'm based in London. And I'm an amazing nanny. Like, why would you not want your children to be looked after by me? I'm just all right. I'm going now because I'm chatting. Right, love ya. See you later. Bye bye. Ciao. I'm learning Spanish. What's the way to say bye in Spanish again? Hasta luego.